Video starts in 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, especially with all that's going on in this world right now, especially in our country. I know things are kind of scary, kind of tough, and really kind of unpredictable right now. I fully understand because I'm concerned too. I felt like that was a good thing that we should talk about that before we get on to the whole blog thing. I know many people have many opinions, and some are ones that I feel are I can agree with, and some I don't. The main thing is we have been having multiple instances of tragedies, if you will. And I'm going to use the word tragedy because whether or not you agree or disagree, like or dislike a person or a group or whatever, it still is a sad time when lives are so unexpectedly and unpredictably taken away so abruptly. It's it's not okay, in my opinion. So I am going to call a spade and call it a tragedy. I am also going to be the first one to say that this is a time more than any other where we truly need to stick together and try to work together as support for one another so we can come together instead of further divided. Things are always going to be a dividing line, unfortunately. There's some things that are non negotiable. Even for me, there are things that are non negotiable, and I will be the first to admit that. But some things we gotta look a little bit deeper at and look at a little more carefully at and see what's going on. I do apologize. I'm not really doing makeup today, and I'm disassembling a few decks because I'm going to be rebuilding them, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But ultimately, it's going to be a thing that in this world, look out for each other, support each other, let your loved ones know that you love them, whether it's friends, family, whatever. Call your mom, call your dad, tell them that you love them. And if you don't have that kind of relationship with your parents, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you have to do it regardless. My relationships with my father figures was not always the greatest, like it is with my mother. But if you do have people who you do love and care about, let them know. It's very important right now that we have that. And like I said, even if it's your friends, your colleagues, what have you, my closest friends that I have, majority of them I work with on one way or the other, whether it's my primary job or my secondary job. And we may not always agree, but you better believe I'm still going to tell them I love them and I value and appreciate them. Ultimately, I hope the chaos soon ends because this is too much. And it's heartbreaking, it's gut wrenching, and I'm so tired of seeing this be the mess that we're having to deal with. It's not right. We're better than this. We should be better than this. And those that unfortunately are not better than this, I feel sorry for them because it's unfortunate. But that's why we should lead by example and try to be better, try to do better, try to make a better direction. Now, that being said, I want to talk about what's going on. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of these blogs. I tried to say I was going to keep them regular, and I still am. But the reason why it took so long is I personally have had a lot happen. And I knew I was going to. And I think I kind of hinted about that last time. I can't remember, but there's been a lot that's happened. And I've had to do a lot of therapy, which I strongly encourage anyone who needs therapy to please seek out therapy, seek out guidance and help, and not just from your friends and loved ones, but from a professional. They can help you in ways that your friends and loved ones cannot. But I've had to go through therapy. I've had to do a lot of deep inner work and do a lot of reflecting. And I've had to do things that basically made it where I had to really realize I have to do what's best for me. And that's not always easy. Thankfully, I have great support right now. So that's why it took me a while. As you can see, I'm here in a different setting than before. And this is going to be my setting for a while. And I'm perfectly okay with that. It may be my setting for a long time. I don't know if it'll be particularly in this bedroom. It might be in my downstairs area, which is it's a game room slash a bar, because there's a bar setting there. I don't plan on using the bar a lot when I talk to you guys and do these things, but it is there for when I ever do record, like I want to do commander night recordings and stuff like that. But outside of that, it's mainly going to be just me at that game table, or once I have my computer area set up, me at the computer area. So we'll see. But I am in a better spot now. I am doing a lot of healing. I'm doing a lot of me work. And it's really kind of nice because now I feel hope. Where for a while there, the hope I felt was a masked hope. It was not real. It was fabricated so that way people couldn't see my pain. I also have had time to really sit back and reflect on where I'm going next in my journey. And I think I'm okay with it. I think I've figured out where I want to be and where I want to go next, and I'm happy with that. I know that may sound a little vague to some people, and I do apologize. I don't really like going into too much detail because, let's face it, right now in social media, it's kind of hard to let people in on your personal life, but I can really share some things. I also want to share that our future of this channel is going to be more involved. First of all, you're still going to see me on Tuesdays opening packs. If they get here fast enough, my next two videos are actually going to be from the I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Mana Vault or some type of vault. But it's a vaulted rarities, I think is what it is actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But I bought 2 packs from that. And I did that as a birthday gift to myself. So I'm hoping they get here fast enough for my next 2 Tuesday videos to be about those. If not, we'll just figure out a way to make it work. My goal is definitely, though, to open up the more expensive one on my birthday. But I'd like to do the cheaper one than the more expensive one. That way it's kind of a cooler deal. Besides that, I do plan on not just tearing apart decks, as I'm doing right now with my lovely little cards, but to also have it where I'm talking to you guys while assembling and explaining them. And I might actually do that even with the card decks that I feel confident that I have right now. That way I can be like, hey, this is why I have this build. This is why I do these cards. I feel it's kind of fun, and you don't get to see that lot. You don't get to see that a lot. Wow, I cannot talk. But we're going to try to do that. I also am going to, when I build these decks, I want to go over them with you guys. I have 3 decks that I want to try to build. Possibly 4, because I do think it'd be kind of fun to do something with Yestola. I just haven't decided what I want to do with her yet. But I also have another cat one that I want to do. Loot the Pathfinder is the one I'm taking apart right now because I have decided that instead of doing what I was trying to do, which is blinking and vehicles, I might still do a splash of something like spaceships, but the main thing I want to do with loot is I want to do a chaos deck. Um, Shenanigans, just absurdities, unhinged type of things where it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of just off the wall, goofy stuff with no intention of, hey, I want to win this. It's more of a, hey, I want to have fun and see what happens, you know? So that's kind of going to be my goal with this. Uh, the other deck I have is, it was originally, the commander was my Temet Noctamun's Will, was not the right commander for it because I want to do a zombie tribal graveyard management deck. Which, one thing about me with commander is I like to make each deck, for the most part if I can, a little unique from my other decks. I mean, some decks still are go big, go wide, or tokens. Like my soldier deck, my mono white, is a soldier tribal token deck. Whereas my mono green is green sleeves, still very much a token deck, but it's all landfalls and tokens. So I kind of like to do stuff like that. And I think that's gonna be kind of fun to not only share my decks with you guys because I think that's a lot of fun, and I might be able to get feedback from you guys and make my decks even better and better, which I would love feedback, absolutely. But also, it kind of just makes it where, again, for those people who are new, it gives you a free chance to pick my brain because already I'm giving you what my logic, my thoughts are, but I'm also more than happy to have you ask me questions. Well, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why is that in there? And it's fun for me because then I get to share and I get to help you grow too because it's always fun to see this community grow. Also, I still plan on going over the rules. I'm trying to figure out the format I want to do with the rules. I kind of want to do something like this where I'm sitting down and I'm talking about them because I feel like it'd be really kind of good and be a good, like, hey, here's a 15-minute video talking about how the stack order goes. And I might still do those because stacking is something that's very detailed and I think that'd be a good long thing. But I think also what I might want to do, because some of the rules are very straightforward, simple to the point. And I feel like it's really hard to make a video, a 15-minute video, if you will, about here's how the base rules are, unless the card says otherwise, and here's examples or stuff like that, and like all those little things. Like I know I talked about it a little bit before, but it might be tricky. And I only know that because I've been sitting there and reading the rules and writing down my own cliff notes. And I'm realizing that it might be trickier than I thought. So I'm kind of on the fence of how I want to go about that format. What I'm thinking about doing, and please, 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 comment and let me know how you think this should go. Your guys' feedback is so heavily appreciated, whether it's a short, a video this long or longer, one of my unboxings, what have you. They're greatly appreciated. But what I'm thinking about doing is I still want to have longer videos about the lore. I like the idea about the lore. I really do. Especially since I'm learning more about the Eldrazi, the Phyrexians. I already knew a good deal about Slivers, but I'm learning more. How the rise and fall of the Phyrexians was the thing I've been learning a lot about right now because I've learned that I'm really fascinated with them. But the whole thing for me is right now it's kind of like I want to do videos about that, but I'm also trying to focus on the rules. And one thing I've also learned about learning about the rules is there are so many terms. So what I'm thinking about doing, and this is what I was going to get at, is we have our blog nights like this, which this is actually, let's see here. I am recording this actually on a Thursday night, but it's going to launch on Saturday. No, it's gonna launch on Sunday. That's right. Sundays, because my opening packs is on Tuesdays. I want to try to make them almost every other day if possible. What I'm thinking about doing is making it where the rules will be on, if the cracking packs are on Tuesday, if Tuesdays are cracking packs, and Sundays are going to be my Sunday or Saturday. I really need to sit down and think about that. Wow, I'm realizing now where my flaw is. Well, whatever day I have these, I'm going to make it where still Tuesdays are for unpacking and opening packs and opening boxes. That's that day. That day is all about the fun and thrill of cracking packs. Which, the Spider-Man set is coming soon, so we'll have a booster box cracking here on that Saturday, which is going to be really exciting. But we're also going to do now, like I said, what I'm thinking about doing is doing shorts on the rules and also doing shorts on the glossary until we have none of the terms in glossary left, whether it's what the word defender means or, the term for tap or ability or whatever. I feel like that's going to be good, but also, like I said, just doing the rules, and then if it's something that requires a more in-depth thing than a quick short can provide, that's when we'll do like a little mini short to kind of do an abridged version, but then we're like, here's the actual video to go in detail about that. So I feel like I'm going to have, like, lack of a better phrase, there's probably going to be 3 shorts every week. And then there's going to be the blog, and there's going to be either a deeper rules thing or possibly down the road, which is going to be down the road for a reason. We'll probably touch on the lore. And the reason why I say it's going to be down the road for a reason is I want to make sure I have everything not only accurate, but organized properly. The other thing is I am working on 2 books to write, possibly 3 if I'm thinking about revising one of my old books. But I've got a lot of things I'm writing, so my time is kind of limited between that and my 2 jobs. So I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But my goal, again, I'm stressing this is my goal, is to try to do opening packs, a quick rules video, like a quick rules short, that if I need to expand on it, I'll expand on it. And then also do a video on glossary or terms, because I feel like that's going to be very important. And when I do learn more about each format, I do want to make sure I do videos about the formats, because I feel like that's going to be very important. I know I mainly play Commander, but I want to learn Popper. I want to learn Two-Headed Dragon. I want to learn all these other different formats. So I think it's going to be really fun to feel that out and see how it goes. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and this is actually going to be down the road, so this is more of a teaser about it. I don't know if teaser is the right word, but whatever. When December comes around, I'm going to be doing a Advent calendar pack cracking series. So instead of it just being on Tuesdays, it'll be every day all the way up to Christmas Day. I'll be opening up a random booster pack. Let me go show you what I have so far. Alright, so as I was saying, Advent calendar. I have all of this for December. The only thing I'm missing is I'm going to have a pack from Avatar in here, a pack from Spider-Man in here, and with luck on my side, I will have a pack from Mystery Booster Box 2 in there. And then what we're going to do is it's going to be almost like a game of spin the wheel. I spin it on my phone because I have an app for it. It tells me which pack we are opening today, and then we're going to open it. Will we get some good hits? Who knows? But we'll find out. Just to let you guys know what I have, because I'm excited about this. This is like one of my favorite things that I've thought about doing. Let's go. We have Murders at Karlov Manor, Outlaws, Duskborn, which I really enjoyed this set, Foundations, Phyrexia, All Will Be One, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, Commander Masters, Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate. Wow, I cannot talk, y'all. Final Fantasy. A lot of people loved it. I know I definitely did. I'm still excited. That's why I can't wait to open that one. But gotta hold off on temptation. Edge of Eternities. Our most recent one so far. Strixhaven, School of Magic. March of the Machines. Streets of New Capenna. Dominaria United. Throne of Eldraine. Innistrad Remastered. Brothers War. Tarkir Dragonstorm. Aether Drift. It's probably the only set that since coming back I was not really that big on. Horizons 3. Bloomborough, where I came back, and I love that set. And Lost Caverns. So, lots of fun options. My goal is by also next year, I'm going to be trying to get boxes of older content, or older sets rather, as well as newer stuff. So not only can I have like unboxing events for you all to see, but then I'll have plenty of inventory for these unpackings to entertain you all with, as well as for me, it's going to be a thing of I really want to get my collection up, so might as well. And whatever is extra or I don't want, I have my friends that I play with, I have the local game store, and ideally, if this channel gets big enough, I may try to do some fun stuff with my online community. I've had a lot of ideas about doing stuff like that. I still have other ideas I want to do with my online community as well, but I have to get back on my artwork, which we will work on that here soon. Unfortunately for me, it's going to be a little bit of a delay because I'm still getting situated and acclimated on my situation right now, but we will get there. Besides that, really, it's just been a joyride. It's been a wild ride, but I'm glad to be here. I really am glad to be here, and I'm glad to still have you all here with me. I know I'm a very small channel, and I know I don't say here like, oh, like, comment, subscribe, because my personal belief, as much as I would love to just make sure to say that to you guys to make sure I get my channel built up fast, if you're gonna like me, you're gonna like me. If you're gonna want to leave comments, you'll leave comments. And if I'm right up your alley and something that you really enjoy, you'll choose to subscribe. Or if you want to support me, you'll choose to subscribe. At this point, it's like, that's the thing, is I want this to grow naturally. I want this to grow authentically. I don't want to just sit there and try to force it to people. I see a lot of channels do that. I understand why they do that. I understand why it helps them with the whole A, getting in the algorithm, and B, helping them get their channel to grow. I don't like it for myself. I've never liked that concept. Even back when I was doing Twitch on a regular basis, I never ever liked that. It felt stale, it felt artificial, it felt disingenuous. I don't want to be that with you guys. I want to do this because I love creating content. I'm finding my love with magic, and I'm finding my love with the people I share it with, whether it's in person, online, what have you. So I really do hope that I do create content that you can enjoy. I do create things that you can like. And even if I make stuff like the one time I made comments about how I felt our frequency was going too fast, which apparently we're going faster than I predicted from what I'm seeing for next year with 6 sets. Oh my God. It's okay. It's still going to be something we're going to weather the storm together, and I'm still going to make content with you. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do this together. I personally want to thank you all for being here from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me when I sit there, because I don't check the studio algorithm, the logistics, the stats. I don't check them frequently. I've learned that's a very dangerous thing to do. I waited about, I'll post this on Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it is I said I was going to do it originally, and I'll wait a week. And then I'll see what it says on there. Unless I get an alert saying, hey, so and so made a comment, I don't look. Because I don't want to fall into that death trap of I have to get the numbers, I have to get the attention. I want this to be authentic for all of us. And I'm grateful for those of you who are going through this authentic journey with me. You are very, very much appreciated and respected for that. And I want you all to know that, again, going back to what we've started this all with, you are all very valued and cherished. And I'm not just saying it because you're here at my channel. I'm saying this because right now I think we all need to hear that. And I also think that sometimes we just need to remember that even if I don't know you, I can still care about you. If a person can hate someone without even knowing them, without ever meeting them, I can care about somebody just the same. And I care about all y'all. So I'm going to finish this here. I do hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful time. And I want you all to hopefully have a great time when the Spider-Man pre-release set comes out. Because as hesitant as I am, part of me, low-key, is kind of excited about it too. So we'll see. So, have a great time. Keep having great plays with magic and your community and your friends. And just remember, you gotta pay the one, or else I get a freebie. All right. Y'all take it easy. I know I keep changing that up. But, I'm trying to have fun with it. All right. Bye, everyone.